The spotlight on the red carpet felt like 1,000 suns, but Vivian Harlow, 73, silver-haired, and dressed in a simple black sheath that cost more than most people's rent, didn't squint. She had earned this glare. Decades ago, she had stood in the shadows of this very theater, holding scripts, fetching coffee, and learning every inch of the machine that made dreams into dollars. Tonight, the machine belonged to her. The Hollywood Roosevelt's marquee blazed. World premiere. Last reel. The film was hers. The studio was hers. The empire was hers. And the family who had spent the week treating her like a senile prop was about to find that out. 6 days earlier, the invitation. Vivian's phone buzzed on the marble counter of her Malibu penthouse. The caller ID read, Miles Harlow, her only son, 45, producer of mid-budget streaming thrillers that never quite cracked the algorithm. "Mom, pack a bag," Miles said without greeting. "We're doing a family premiere trip. Last reel drops Friday. Studio comped the Roosevelt penthouse, private jet, the works. Chloe insists you come." Chloe, Vivian's daughter-in-law, 38, former influencer turned wellness curator. The woman who, in 5 years of marriage, had never once asked Vivian about her past beyond, "Did you really used to clean sets back in the day?" Vivian smiled into the Pacific sunset. "I'd love to." She didn't mention that last reel was the capstone of her secret 10-year plan, a passion project she'd greenlit through shell companies, written by a first-time director she'd discovered on TikTok, starring a trans Latina lead who'd been told she'd never headline. The budget? $38 million. The projected global gross? North of $300 million. All of it, hers. She hung up, texted her assistant, "Prep the jet, and tell legal to have the revised will ready." Day 1. Arrival at LAX. The Gulfstream touched down at 3:17 p.m. Vivian stepped onto the tarmac in linen slacks and a silk blouse, her silver bob catching the wind. Chloe was already live streaming. "Touchdown in LA, babes! Family vacay/premiere/manifestation retreat. Who's ready for content?" She panned to Miles, who waved like a politician, then to their kids, Luna, 10, and Orion, 8, both glued to iPads. Chloe's lens finally landed on Vivian. "And here's Grandma Vivi. She used to, work on movie sets. Isn't that cute?" The comment section exploded. "OMG, vintage queen. Wait, is she the help? Love the retro vibe." Vivian smiled. Let them talk. Day 2. The Roosevelt. The penthouse was 4,200 square feet of mid-century glamour. Walnut paneling, a terrace overlooking the Hollywood sign, a grand piano no one played. Chloe claimed the master suite. Miles took the office for calls. The kids got the bunk room. Vivian was given the cozy guest room, windowless next to the laundry chute. "Perfect for napping," Chloe said, not looking up from her ring light. "You'll be on kid duty tomorrow. Miles and I have a gifting suite at Soho House." Vivian unpacked her single suitcase. Inside, 3 outfits, a leather-bound notebook, and a flash drive labeled Will, Final. Day 3. The Humiliation. The gifting suite was a pop-up in a warehouse off Melrose. Racks of designer clothes, shelves of skincare, influencers posing with teeth whiter than the flashbulbs. Vivian sat in a corner, with Luna and Orion, who were negotiating screen time bribes. Chloe floated over in a lime green jumpsuit. "Vivi, can you watch the kids while I do a quick reel with these sunglasses?" She thrust a $3,000 pair of frames into Vivian's hands. "And don't let Orion eat the gluten-free cookies. He's sensitive." An hour later, the event organizer, a harried 27-year-old named Britt, approached. "Ma'am, the kids can't be in the photo area. It's for verified talent only." Chloe spun around. "Excuse me, do you know who I am?" Britt blinked. "You're Chloe Harlow." "Exactly. And this," Chloe grabbed Vivian's arm, "is just the help. She's not even family. Ignore her." The room went quiet. Phones lifted. Vivian felt the old sting.
the one from 1972 when a director had called her script girl, like it was a slur. But she stayed silent. For now. Miles left. Babe, chill. Mom, go wait in the car. Vivian walked out, heels clicking on concrete. Behind her, Chloe's voice echoed, God, old people are so needy.
Day 4, the overheard conversation. That night, Vivian couldn't sleep. She slipped onto the terrace with a glass of the 1996 Chateau Margaux she'd brought from her cellar. The Hollywood sign glowed like a promise. Voices drifted from the master suite. Chloe on speakerphone. She's literally delusional, Trish. Keep saying she builds studios. Like, girl, you were a typist. Miles says she's got early dementia. Miles's voice muffled. It's sad. But hey, when she goes, the inheritance splits clean. No siblings. We just have to keep her happy till then. Happy? She's free childcare. Once the kids are in boarding school, we dump her in some state facility. I'm not wiping butts for a woman who thinks she's Steven Spielberg. Laughter. Glasses clinking. Vivian's hand tightened on the stem. The wine trembled but didn't spill. Day 5. The plan. Morning yoga on the terrace. Chloe in Lululemon, Miles scrolling deadline. Vivian poured coffee. I'd love to take the kids to the Academy Museum today. Give you two a break. Chloe didn't look up. Fine, but no sugar, and Luna needs her affirmations at 2 p.m. At the museum, Vivian knelt to Luna's level. Sweetheart, what do you want to be when you grow up? A director, like Daddy, but he says girls don't direct big movies. Vivian's heart cracked. She pulled 2 lanyards from her purse. VIP access, last reel, soundstage. Tomorrow you're coming to set with me, both of you. Orion's eyes went wide. But Mom said the premiere's adults only. Your mom, Vivian said gently, doesn't know everything. Day 6, the premiere day. 6 a.m., Vivian was already dressed, vintage Halston gown, emerald earrings, hair in a sleek chignon. She looked like old Hollywood royalty because she was. 7 a.m., Chloe burst into the living room. Vivi, the kids need, what are you wearing? Something appropriate for the owner's box. Miles nodded. Mom, the owner some hedge fund. You're in the nosebleeds with the publicists. We'll see. The red carpet. The Roosevelt's lobby was chaos. Publicists, stylists, security. Chloe posed in a feathered atrocity, Miles in a rented tux. The kids, dressed like mini influencers, clutched gift bags. A handler approached. Mrs. Harlow, your party's in section G. Chloe preened. Finally. The handler hesitated. Not all of you, just the children, and Ms. Vivian Harlow. Chloe's face twisted. Excuse me? Security stepped forward. Ma'am, please step aside. Vivian took Luna and Orion's hands. Come along, darlings. As they walked the carpet, flashes exploded. A reporter shouted, Vivian, is it true you're the mystery financier behind Last Reel? Vivian paused. Not a mystery anymore. Behind her, Chloe screamed, This is bullshit. She's senile. Security escorted Chloe and Miles to the curb. Their phones buzzed. Credit cards declined. The penthouse keycards deactivated. The theater. Inside, the director, a 29-year-old wonderkin named Sophia, embraced Vivian. You came. I never miss my own premiere. The lights dimmed. On screen, the dedication rolled. For the women who built this town in the shadows. V.H. Chloe and Miles were outside, arguing with security. Their live stream? Cut. Their followers? Watching Vivian trend worldwide. The after party. The Roosevelt's rooftop. String lights, champagne, A-listers. Vivian stood at the railing, Luna and Orion beside her in custom tuxedos. Sophia clinked a glass. To Vivian Harlow, founder of Apex Studios, producer of 47 films, and the reason we're all here tonight. Applause thundered. Miles pushed through the crowd, face red. Mom, we need to talk. Vivian turned. Do we? You can't just, I can, and I did. She handed him an envelope. Inside, a bill for $87,342.17. Every spa treatment, meal, and gifting suite charge. Due immediately. Chloe wailed, "You're ruining our lives." No, Vivian said. You ruined yours the moment you decided respect was optional. She knelt to the kids. Luna, Orion, your trust funds are intact. College, film school, whatever you dream. But your parents, they're on their own. Luna hugged her. Grandma Vivi, are you really a mogul? Vivian smiled. I'm whatever I decide to be. Epilogue. 1 month later. Vivian's new office overlooked the Warner Brothers lot. On her desk, a framed photo of Luna directing her first short film on an iPhone. The caption, "For Grandma Vivi, the real boss." Miles and Chloe, renting in the valley. Chloe's Instagram, 12 followers. Miles, pitching reality shows no one wants. Vivian's phone buzzed. A text from Sophia. Sequel greenlit. You in? She typed back, only if Luna co-writes. Outside, the Hollywood sign glowed. For the first time in decades, it felt like it was shining for her. The will. In a safe at Apex Studios, the revised document waited. Everything to the Vivian Harlow Foundation for Emerging Filmmakers. Except Luna Harlow Trust, $10 million. Orion Harlow Trust, $10 million. Miles and Chloe Harlow, $1 each, for bus fare. Vivian signed it with a flourish. The pen? The same one she'd used in 1972 to type her first script.